Hello and welcome to the Come Alive podcast. I'm your host, Mehermir Chandani. I'm a mother with a story, a business leader with a vision, and a leadership coach with a mission to transform lives and businesses. I am dedicated to empowering 10x growth in fellow humans by unlocking the transformative power of self-connection. I'm happy to announce a unique collaboration with YPO MENA and Regional called Every Journey Has a Story to Tell. It's a 24-episode podcast series of inspiring YPO members. If you'd like to be on the show, please do reach out to me and I'd love to host you. Today on the Come Alive podcast, I'm joined by a visionary leader who's shaping the future of finance and technology in Pakistan and beyond. Mahmood Ali Shah Bukhari is the co-founder and CEO of K-Trade Securities, the country's leading fintech trading app. Recognized as FinanceAsia's Best CEO in 2022 and an Eisenhower Global Fellow for Pakistan in 2024, Moody's impact spans innovation, entrepreneurship, and leadership. He's also YPO member serving on the MENA Regional Board and YPO MENA's incoming regional chair. He is a devoted family man. Join us as we explore his journey through life, leadership, and impact. Thank you, Moodi, for being on this show today. I'm super excited to start our conversation.
Thank you for having me.
So you're named FinanceAsia's Best CEO. From fintech to starting the first NFT company and a lot more in finance. What's the vision you hold for yourself and Pakistan and the world?
So we've been in Pakistan. The goal of starting this company was to bring about a change. We wanted to bring financial literacy. We wanted to increase financial knowledge, and we wanted more women to invest in Pakistan as well and have different options of investment. So my company K-Trade, which is a stock trading investment bank company that we have, the goal was to let people know that there are other options of investing other than just keeping cash in the bank, buying gold or buying dollars. The type of returns that the stock exchange gives is something that people were not aware of. And our research showed that the reason behind it was lack of knowledge. People did not know that it existed, or misinformation, because the dramas that they see in Pakistan, they would show that either you can become a billionaire overnight or you can come on the road. So there was a lot of, misinformation and lack of knowledge. And especially when we looked at minorities or women, it was the number of people that invested in the stock exchange was even less than what it is. So currently, to give you an idea, in Pakistan, the number of people that invest is the lowest in the whole region. So out of a population of 250 million, only 350,000 invest in the stock market. So there was an extremely big gap that we had over there. And it's not that the financial inclusion, in the sense that banks have about 35 million accounts. So even if we got 10% of that, that's 3.5 million. But we are at 1% of what people have bank accounts, right? So there was a big gap, and I realized that along with my co-founder, and we started K-Trade in 2018.
That's amazing. And I think the cause is so noble, to be able to educate the economy on how you can invest and make money which is sustainable, which is long-term, rather than fearing to be in the stock market, right? Because if you don't know something, you don't know, you'll never invest in.
Sure. So in Pakistan, and mostly in, if you look at emerging economies, again, as I said, in the region, Pakistan is the lowest. In emerging economies, the risks are higher, but the returns are higher as well. So to just give you an example, Pakistan has given over 50% USD returns in the last 3 years.
Wow.
Consistently, they've been giving over 50% USD returns, right? And people don't know about it. People are
Absolutely.
still looking for the 10% that they get in PKR in banks, or they buy dollars thinking that the currency is going to depreciate and they'll make a return, or they buy gold. Gold's been doing well, but not as well as the stock market has been doing. And the type of returns that the stock market has been generating, people are still not aware of it. So we made it a mission that, one, we made it very easy for people. So we made an application. You can just go on the app, buy, sell shares through that. We have a whole research team which provides research free of cost. Everything is free. It's on our website. We even went as far as to make a whole course for students and for newcomers on how to
Oh,
invest in the
wow.
stock market. And we got industry experts to come and talk about the different things they look at when they're investing in in different companies in the stock market. And that course is available for free on our app, and on our website as well. Just so that people understand what it's like to invest in the stock market, and to remove that that thing in the mind that we because of lack of knowledge, people are not able to invest.
So, but how do you go to them? Like, kind of, how do you market these products or market your mission? I want to say, how do you market your mission to create this awareness within communities and within students and everybody?
Sure. So what we did was that when we launched in 2018, we went to different universities all over the country. So we have seminars in different universities all over the country. In the beginning, we were a very small team, so I used to go everywhere. Now we've got a team that goes. I still go to some. I at least make sure I go sometimes so that I can get to interact with people, because even though they might be students, you get to learn a lot from them, right? Because they've been
Absolutely.
using our application. We are the only ones which have a virtual segment to our application as well, where you don't even need to open an account. So you're not paying us anything. You're trading actual market, but in virtual money. And the type of returns that those people or those students make, because we have different competitions every year. Some of them, I asked them, can I make you my fund manager? Because they were having over 100% return during quarters. So there's a lot of knowledge that is in students, in the sense of technology as well. So in my field, we have to keep innovating, because if we don't, someone else will. And with technology, with AI coming in, with the new things that are coming in, every single day we have developers in-house sitting in our offices which are working on improving the application. And that is extremely important for us. And a lot of times it's the students who we go and we visit and we meet, who we learn new things from. To spread information, we marketed a lot in the beginning. Now thankfully God has been very kind. It's mostly word of mouth, but in the beginning we marketed a lot. We were the first, you can say, fintech or stock brokerage company which sponsored a PSL, which is Pakistan Super League cricket fan. I had to put in there. Company that sponsored a team as well. We have been sponsoring different initiatives with the Pakistan Stock Exchange, but the core has been the students. So we in the group of family also own a university. So we started off with there, and we got in the last one we had about 2,500 students from over 100 universities in Pakistan, and we have made them have a competition, and the top 5 people were given an internship, and if they wanted, then they were given jobs at the company as well. And we do this every year. So some of my best performing employees in the company are actually people who were students who joined us as interns and have now become top performers in the company.
That's amazing. And I love how you've made it your mission to do that. So, what what was it in your journey that helped you have this mindset shift or have this drive, the fire that people say sometimes is missing, to be able to serve and become this the K-Trade app, and to be able to keep doing this for students and for communities, for women, as you mentioned. What could you say was that drive or that
So 2014 was actually, we started in 2018, but 2014 was the year of big change for me. So I came from a family business. My dad was in banking. My brother and we all worked together. And 2014 was the year I was supposed to get married. So I was expecting change anyways. But the year started off with me losing my mother very suddenly. And she was like my backbone. So overnight, I became from a 24-year-old spoiled brat into a man. So that was the first time that I realized, that there is a world which is in which you're not protected. Otherwise, I was extremely protected before that. And 2014 was the year that my dad's business got taken over. So he got into a dispute with the government, and overnight they took over his entire business, which he had built for years and years and years. So it was just happened that the company that I worked for, which was an Islamic bank, that was one of two companies that the government did not take over. So I was sitting there when this happened, because it was all the same name. And I wouldn't usually tell people that I'm the owner, but and I was more in operations. But I had this person come in, and because it was a bank, they had deposits, and because of this issue, we had a run on the Islamic bank as well, because it was the same name. And the guy came, and I told my colleagues that whoever comes, even if they have $1,000 deposit, I want to meet them myself to explain to them that this company has nothing to do with the company that the government has taken an action over. Because obviously there was fear that people had, because the company that was taken over was a commercial and investment bank. So people had deposits, and they were facing issues in withdrawing their deposits. But that was with the government. The one I was leading, the Islamic bank, had no issues. So this one gentleman came, and I gave him my card when he entered. And he had, I don't remember now, it was maybe $2 or $3 million in deposits, and he wanted to take it out. And I was sitting there, and I was 24 at the time, and I was explaining to him that that everything is okay, and don't worry, we are safe. And he said to me, "You don't know what your owners have done." And I had already given him my card, and I was like, really? What have the owners done? And he's like, they have taken our money and ran away in their private jet. So I told him, I was like, I gave you my card, you didn't see the name. And he's like, what is your name? I said, please have a look at the card. And my initials are MASB, and the group is KASB. So I was like, the group is KASB, I am a MASB, I'm the single largest shareholder, and I'm sitting right in front of you. So I haven't run away
Wow.
anywhere. Just misinformation that was in the market. But that is what, at that time it had really hit me, that what is happening, because I had grown up being told that reputation is everything. And in our field, which was finance, which my dad was in, integrity is the most important thing. If people trust you, if they know that you will deliver and you're going to be consistent, they will be there with you. So that is what had hit me, that this is something that my dad had worked his whole life for. And in the finance industry, and this had happened, and those cases are going on, and that's a different story, that's his story. But in my story, we realized that there was a need, that the work we were going towards was getting people to invest in the stock market. So in 2018, me and my brother-in-law, who's my co-founder in this, we decided to launch K-Trade under the KSB group, so using the same name. And it was that reputation that played a massive role in the beginning, because people knew we sat there with all the issues that we faced. We did not go anywhere.
You didn't run away in your private jet.
We did not run away in our private jet. We were sitting there. We were, my dad. One great thing my dad did was that he told my brother and I that these cases are for me to fight. You guys go and do whatever you need to do, because if all three of us get involved, the three of us were in the family business. He said, if all three of us sit here and start fighting over these cases, none of us are going to be able to work. So
Correct.
these are my cases to fight. You guys go do your thing. He started something else. I started something else. So that really gave us the liberty to do what we wanted. And I capitalized completely on that trust that people had. and it helped it greatly in the beginning. But when we figured out that we need to innovate. So the classic way of buying shares in Pakistan was you call up someone, you tell them, I want to
Yeah,
buy
I
this share,
remember,
and
yes.
this is how you buy
In
it, right?
India
So
and
this
Pakistan.
this is still prevalent in Pakistan. This is what
Really?
people were mostly doing, and we realized that majority of Pakistan's population is young. So
Okay.
over 60% of Pakistan's population is under the age of 25, right?
Wow.
And there's 250 million people. So we realized they don't want to be calling up people.
Absolutely.
Secondly, we realized for women, they don't feel comfortable calling people in Pakistan. Looking at how the society is, they did not feel comfortable calling up random people and talking to them about buying different shares and discussing, different shares. So we made it easier for them as well, and for students to go on the app, but just by a click of button, look at different things that a company is doing, look at their profitability, look at their numbers for the last, we have about 10 years available on our app, and they can make a decision based on that. And obviously we have our calls going in, we have our research every single day, sending out notes as well. But I think it was the ease of execution that people thought was really helpful. And secondly, giving them the information, which helped us get to being the most downloaded app in Pakistan in financial markets. So more than any bank, more than any fintech company. So
Congratulations.
thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
And I feel there was so much courage there.
Mhm.
So, what are the values that you hold?
So, as I said, integrity is the most important one. If people don't trust you, there's nothing we can do in the financial world. Second would be to stay curious, to keep innovating, to keep looking for new things that are there. We don't like to go in a shell and think that we have the best thing that is out there. We know there are improvements that we can make, and as I said earlier, every single day we are trying to improve ourselves and to make the app the best experience that our customers can have. And thirdly would be resilient, because we're in the stock market, right? With 2025 has been a very eventful year for the region. So the market can crash any second, the prices change every second in the stock market. That's how it works, and a lot of it has to do with what's happening around in the world. So we have to stay resilient, we have to stay focused on what our goal is, and our goal is to add value and have people have the best experience they can when they're trading with us.
That's really, really amazing. But tell me, how do you stay that way? How do you stay focused? Because I do believe the relationship we have with ourselves determines the quality of every other relationship, be it with our business, our family, our stakeholders, the mission that we are on. So, how do you keep this integrity with yourself?
So it is completely legal in Pakistan, and I believe abroad as well, that as a stock, a company owner, can trade on my own as well. There's no limitations anywhere in the world. So if I own a company which trades stocks for clients, I can trade myself as well. But we have put in this personal limitation on ourselves that we don't trade in the stock market. The reason is, for example, if I know you are going to place an order with me, let's say, and I know you're going to buy a big quantity, why do I give myself the temptation that I should buy those shares as well? Because I know Meher's going to buy it, so the price is going to go up, she's going to buy a lot of shares. So
So,
these are
you want
small
to.
things. This is completely legal all over the world. You're
Okay.
not disallowed from doing this anywhere in the world. But just as a personal limitation that I have put on myself, I don't trade in the stock market at all, because I don't trade in the Pakistan stock market at all, because I have clients who are trading in it, and they're getting big percentages of a company, and that is moving the share price a lot, right? So I don't want to tempt myself at all. So that is one thing that we have done. Secondly, I feel that the goal or the mission is much bigger than myself. So
Love it.
it has to, the goal and the mission has to be bigger than the self. Otherwise, if I get self-absorbed in myself and keep thinking about myself, this mission has to continue long after I'm gone as well, and the company has to continue as well. So for that to happen, we have to make the goal the ultimate thing that we have to achieve.
That's amazing. And I feel that's such a great level of conscious leadership. And when you don't have to do it, like you said, so you're trying to avoid greed, you're trying to upkeep your value of integrity, and of course, anything that else can go wrong with the company, and a lot can suffer, or a lot of people can suffer, your team members. So that's really great conscious leadership. So
Thank you.
how does YPO add to your life and journey of conscious leadership?
So YPO is, my wife tells me I'm a walking, talking advertisement for YPO.
I love that.
And I owe a lot to where I am today in life to YPO. I'm extremely fortunate that I was a YNG, which is YPO Next Generation, which
You
means
are a second generation YPO as
yeah.
well. That's
So
amazing.
so that means that my dad was a YPO member. He had joined YPO right when I was born.
Oh,
So
wow.
I had I've grown up in YPO. I did over 20 international YPO YNG events, and I've been in YPO for 10 years now. So I felt that I got that extremely early advantage of meeting people and attending YNG events, which, believe me, are of extremely high value. And I felt that they really helped shape me. And in YPO, the type of people that I've been able to meet and the type of events that I've been able to attend in the best universities all across the world, as I'm sure you know, we have events for YPO.
Yes.
I've been fortunate to attend a few of them, and they have really helped shape the person that I've become.
Yeah. And that, of course, I can see it. And this conversation tells us all that the way you lead your life and your leadership, it's amazing. And so you are also giving back to YPO in a huge way by being the incoming YPO MENA region chair. So, what does that role comprise of?
So the reason that I joined, first I joined the local board. I served on the local board. I've been a YPO member for 10 years. I've served on the local board for 9. I'm finally leaving the local board now. So in that, I got an opportunity to serve on the regional board 4 years ago, and then I got hooked on. The reason that I wanted to do this was, as I said, with YNG, I felt like YPO has given me so much. And has helped me develop so much and help in my growth so much that it would only be right if I serve the members and try my best to give back. As we know, YPO is servant leadership, and I still feel like, even though I am serving as on different roles, and now, as you mentioned, the incoming MENA regional chair, even though YPO has I'm giving so much time and effort, I feel like I still get more, because even in this journey, the type of people that I'm meeting in leadership positions, it's been incredible, and it's been really eye-opening, and the type of things that people are doing, and the selflessness with which they do, it's truly amazing.
And I guess it makes you who you are, right? I mean, I've been on this journey of being a YPO member, and it shapes you. It shapes your thinking.
Definitely. Again, it's the type of the quality of people that you get to sit in a room with. Let's talk about forums, for example. Forum is something which is extremely important to me, and I really value it as being a YPO member. Where else in the world would you get 9 other people who are your personal board of directors? That's how I see
Absolutely.
it, right?
Absolutely.
So those are my personal board of directors, and that's thanks to YPO. And that goes along with all the learning events and all the different peers that we get to be with and share a room with, and the network that you get, the doors that open to you because of YPO. I feel I've been in YPO for 10 years. I still haven't taken complete use of being in YPO. There's just so much they have to offer.
So, what's the one thing people can do when they join YPO or in their journey of YPO? How can they achieve more? I want to say.
If there was one thing that I had to choose, I would. So my current role on the regional board is till the end of the year is that I'm the forum chair. So I try to make sure that every member is placed in a forum. And I spoke to you about it as well, if you remember.
Yes.
So that, I would say, is one way of making the most of your YPO membership. Obviously, there's learning, and there's networking, and there's everything else that YPO has as well. But forums for me is at the core of being in YPO, and the most advantage you get of being in YPO is being in a forum, because, as I said, that's your personal board of directors.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. And I also believe that the way you started your journey, started this conversation with so openly talking about the challenges that your family went through, that's great vulnerability. Would you like to share more about the importance of vulnerability in your life and how YPO encourages this?
Sure. So, it's as I said, it's very important to stay true to yourself. Remember the struggles that you have had, but always look forward to look towards the future and look towards growing, and that growth mindset has to always stay there. And you have to so when I work, when I think of my two daughters, what world am I leaving to them, right? They're quite young, but I have always have them in the back of my mind with whatever I'm doing. And second thing I have, as I said, is reputation has been extremely important to me since the beginning, since I was a child, because that is something that I saw my parents who really work towards, that whatever work they did, they would have reputation at the back of their mind as well, and trust. And also, I have always had a very firm belief in so I follow the Muslim belief, in that we have a saying that, God chooses who he gives success to, and God chooses who does not get success, right? And if you work hard, you will get success. So that is what I've been trying to stay focused on, to know that, if you keep working hard, success is going to find you.
Yeah, it's
So
about being honest with yourself, about
yes,
conscious leadership, and success is a byproduct.
yes, yes,
I
yes.
feel even in my journey, there were a lot of challenges throughout my journey. I started my career in fashion design and marketing. When I came back after I studied from London, I started my label called Meher and Ridima. And one after the other, there were challenges, and I didn't stop working hard. I
Amazing.
didn't give up. I was on it, because I believe the same, that there is no substitute for hard work.
Yes.
And the more you work, one day the creator will see the intent.
Mhm.
They will see the work that you're putting in, what you want to achieve from this, how you are giving,
For sure.
and you will be rewarded in the way best that suits best your journey. You
100%.
will be rewarded.
100%.
And I have been now very happy,
Amazing.
super grateful.
Amazing. Yeah.
But that's so well said, that we have to keep doing the hard work
100%.
and with
You-
intent.
You can't replace the hard work. I feel
Yeah.
like bad times don't last forever. They will change.
Yes.
And if you keep working hard, things will change, and you will get the result that you've been wanting to get. I'm a firm believer of that.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you think this is changing in the world now? That, like people say that the next generation, they feel that it's about hustle rather than hard work. Have you heard of anything like that? What is your take on that?
So I don't want to sound too old, but when I look at the like when I look at my kids, like for example, I keep telling people the first YNG event I attended, I was 10 years old, and that was the first time I went abroad alone. And people like, now when people think of it, they're like, okay, you were 10, you weren't that young. I'm like, I'm talking about my time. I was 10 in 2000. Now my daughter who's 4 years old can unlock my phone and call people, right? At
Yeah.
that time we did not know this. And with AI and all the things coming in, I fear that people are moving towards looking at technology to do the work for them. But while it's extremely important for I feel that you embrace the technology change that is coming in, and you take that innovation. But at least in my case, I keep telling my girls that hard work cannot be replaced by technology or anything else. Again, go back with the personal story. When the business that I started of stock trading, the funny story is, back when I was in middle school, maybe I had a summer off, and my dad made me go and do an internship in the settlement department of a stock brokerage. Settlement is the lowest after maybe the administration staff. The lowest is settlement. So, and it was summer, it was peak hot, that office did not have an AC, and at that time it was all manual. So I remember I would sit on the top of like a stack of shares, because they were all physical, and I would be throwing them down to people, and then like go up, fetch it, throw it down, because I was small, and then come and sit and type it on a computer, because they were turning it from physical to digital. And when I went and complained to my dad, that the office is very hot, it's very dirty, he said, because I always wanted to go in the stock market, this was something that I felt like I wanted to do. He said, if you don't know the basics, you will not be able to lead. You need to know what the the person with the smallest, no, it's not the smallest, job settlement is extremely important, but at that time changing it from physical to digital seemed like, I thought like I'm wasting my time. But he said, if you don't know what they're doing, you're not going to be able to do anything else. So I feel like, now that during, for example, COVID, when everything was in lockdown, our office was declared part of essential business. I was not worried that if someone does not come, what's going to happen. It was me and 3 other people in the office. That's it, because we were in lockdown. But because my business was declared essential, I was there. But I was not worried that if ABC, God forbid, contracts anything, or if anything happens, what will happen, because I knew I could do their job. I could put in an order. I could do the settlement. I knew I could do that. And I thank my dad for that, because he made me realize that if you're not able to do what someone else is doing for you, you're always going to be handicapped, right? You always want to be not be reliant on someone, and that I felt went a long way for me.
And that's exactly what my dad says, and my mom says, that you should know everything about the business, about your business. So when I started my journey in fashion, I knew everything because I learned fashion. But even then, I was involved in making the patterns, in stitching, in embroidery, in everything, because I think that is knowledge as well, and you are not dependent on someone, because you can do it, and you can make better calls sometimes, and also cut production cost in my case, and you can help problem solve a lot if you know your business inside out. And whenever time needs, like you rightly needed to pull your sleeves up and do the dirty job, or whatever they say, to do the work even manually, we are able to do it. That's I think a great learning, which I think we should be mindful to give it to our children as well.
100%.
But that's a great experience. Thank you for sharing, and so important to know every aspect of your business well. I know people always talk about hiring the right people, and that is important, I feel. But to know your business well and to be able to problem solve for the team is also equally important, I feel.
For sure. So don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm nothing without my team. If my team was not there, I would not have been able to do even half the things that we've been able to achieve. I've been very lucky. We have an extremely good team. I have always believed that hire the best, or hire the best, or hire completely beginners, because then you can have them trained and become the best, right? There's no middle way for us. So I've been very fortunate with an extremely good team that we've had. But being, we need to we need to know that there might be emergencies in different people's cases, right? Anything can happen at any time. We're human beings. The business has to continue, right? As I said, the legacy will be if the business continues after I'm gone. That is what the purpose is. We have to increase financial knowledge in Pakistan, financial literacy in Pakistan, give people the option of investing, and give people different options. Not just, for example, a lot of women in Pakistan, they just do committees, right? And they get their money after 12 months. They don't realize that the money they get after 12 months, they can make it in a day in the stock market. There's a 10% return in the Pakistan stock market. We have upper and lower limits to how much you can make in a day. In Pakistan, unlike other places where it's you can lose more or gain more in a day, in Pakistan we have limits of 10%. But that's mostly what women are making in a whole year of investing their money in committee. We want to change that, and that change does not come with one person. It has to continue. So that is, something that has to keep going on. So when I think about it for my colleagues, I don't only think it for them, I think it for myself as well. That maybe tomorrow I want to do something else, right? Or maybe tomorrow I'm gone. So after that, this journey or this mission has to continue. It cannot be a person-focused mission.
And I love it how you have emphasized on your mission to serve as, getting women in Pakistan financial literacy and making them more literate and being able to grow their wealth personally. And you have 2 daughters. You are a devoted family man, happily married. So how do you having 2 daughters play in your major purpose of serving women? Even we spoke about, even on the YPO board, you have a mission to have more women on the board and more women members. Empowering women seems to be your why in life. So tell me a little bit about that, and how did that come about?
So I'm one of three siblings, and my sister is the eldest. I feel that she's the smartest of the three of us. She topped in everything she did in life, and I felt that one of the reasons that she performed so well was the support that she got from my dad and my mom. They really supported her. So I grew up in a house where I saw that my sister was really pushed to achieve her best and given all options, just like me and my brother were, to achieve
So there was
success.
equality.
100% equality. There was no difference at all, and that's completely how it should be. And I'm extremely fortunate to have two girls who are now 5 and 4, and my wife often jokes that she fears what are they going to do with me, and they make me dance around on their small finger, but I love it. So I'm a very proud girl dad, and I want to leave a world where they have equal opportunities as well, because they should. And coming on to YPO, I've been on the regional board for 4 years, on my local board for 9 years. I've been hearing the same thing, locally and regionally, that we need more female members. We need more female members. So when the time came for us to have the new regional board come in, so just so you know, this is an election process. So as the regional chair, I was also elected. There was an election, so there is no selection in YPO. But what I could do as a regional incoming regional chair was that I could go and speak to different people and ask them to nominate themselves or get nominated, and then there would have been an election. So I mostly went and looked for women champions who were doing amazing jobs for their chapters, and I requested them if they would consider coming in for election. And it just happened that they went on to win their elections, because I keep, and I've been quoted in YPO as well for saying this before, and I keep saying it: action speaks louder than words. So when we go and ask more female members now, when the Rex is there, and Rex is the regional board, when people see it, it is for the first time in MENA's history a majority female member led regional board. Even my counterpart from the gold side, Helen, who has been with you, is obviously a female. So
absolutely.
we have a female RC who's looking after gold, and the regional board that we have now, which is integrated between Y and gold, is also majority female members, which is for the first time. And I'm extremely proud of the women that we have, the champions that we have on the board, and I'm very excited and looking forward to the changes that they're going to be bringing to the region in particular, and YPO at large.
And I love it because I feel this conversation reminds me of this saying by Mahatma Gandhi: you have to be the change you want to see in the world. And by every aspect of your life, you are doing that. So more power to you, Moodi. And I'm super happy that you gave time and came on the podcast and we were able to do this. Completing this podcast, I know you're living already your legacy, but what is the vision for the future? And in 20 years, what do you hope the world will say for you?
I would want to be, firstly, thank you so much for having me here. I
My
really
pleasure.
appreciate you taking out the time and having me on your show. And congratulations on such a successful season that you've been having, and doing this for YPO as well. Thank you on behalf of YPO as well. The legacy I would like to leave is, I believe legacy is not to do with accolades. Accolades are amazing, don't get me wrong, but a legacy would be left if there's a change that is coming. So the change that I would like to see is, I would like to see people more aware of the financial instruments that they have in Pakistan, and now we're doing it regionally as well. It is not only in Pakistan, we're doing it in the MENA region as well, and in countries where the participation in the stock market is not the best. So we're doing it at different countries in the MENA region. I would love for us to be able to bring a change in the mindset of people, and people to have more knowledge, just so that they know that this is an option that is available to them. And as I said, this change would not come today. It will not come tomorrow. It will take time, and it will take continued time. But the focus has to remain on bringing financial literacy and financial democracy, and having more women, giving women more power as well to invest. In Pakistan, 51% of our population is women. It
Lovely.
would be a disgrace really if they are only given the option of investing in banks or doing committees. They have to be given equal opportunity, and I hope that in 20 years, K-Trade reaches a level where people know and say that they have brought about a change not only in the mindset, but have given equal opportunities to women and minorities as well to invest.
Amazing. And wishing you more power again and many, many congratulations on the successful work that you're already doing.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
again.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Come Alive podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on whichever platform you're hearing it. Would love to hear your thoughts and comments. And until next time, see you soon.